Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a good day. Today's video is a pretty cool one in my opinion. I'll be analyzing Lil Fredson, a top arena player who is only 9 years old and actually very good at the game. In this gameplay, this awesome player is ranked at number 21 and is playing together with his father and a friend. Fun fact about Lil Fredson is that he's probably the youngest player ever to hit Masters in Apex Battle Royale and is definitely the only top arena player who is aged under 10 years old. The game I'll be showing you guys is a sudden death game where they didn't start off well, but Lil Fredson shows how to be a great teammate throughout the match. Make sure to check Lil Fredson's Twitch out, it's very entertaining to watch and he is a very nice kid. Also, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe so you won't miss the next analyzing video. Alright, let's start. Alright, so Lil Fredson is playing on Party Crasher this match and he is playing Mad Maggie with a Mozambique, the most overpowered combination in arenas at the moment, as everyone knows of course. And unfortunately he tries to enjoy his meal but he can't because he needs to play. And they are a little bit behind now. Nate is already on top and center. I think the idea of Lil Fredson and Steelby is to climb up from the side and shoot the enemies pushing center from an unexpected angle, but unfortunately they were too slow, got shot in the side and they are both knocked. Nate got knocked already and this round was over really quickly. Better luck next round. Alright, moving up to round number 2. Lil Fredson still kinda wants to eat, but his push towards the center is definitely quick enough this time. And yeah, Nate is already in center, try to hold that, try to get the people rotating in out, so they will be stuck on the side. Steelby is playing all the way on the right, trying to challenge someone. But yeah, this is at the cost that everyone is really split at the moment. And yeah, no one is close enough to each other to help them if needed. And Steelby already gets knocked for it, unfortunately. Nate tries to help Steelby, leaving Lil Fredson alone. But Lil Fredson wins his one. But yeah, unfortunately Nate's got knocked too. So now it's a 2v1. And Lil Fredson gets pushed of course because he's the last one and unfortunately he got some really nice shots on him and lost the fight. Better luck next round. Alright, moving up to round number 3. They get building side again. This is kinda uncommon. Usually you see the ship side getting most of the zones, but you have these odd matches where the building side gets most of the zones. But Steelby and Lil Fredson are pushing low ground. He throws his ult over the top. This will probably hit the Pathfinder, which it does, so he will be an easy kill since he's stunned for a couple of seconds. The Pathfinder gets... yeah, the Pathfinder got knocked. Very nice shots on the Seer. So now it's 1v3. Nate got the 1, so yeah, this is a wrap. The low ground push with the Maggie ult over the top was a really smart one. This granted them an easy knock and is a really smart play. Alright, round number 4, this will be ship side. They get the less nice side in my opinion. This side has less cover to play and is easier to push. Super glides towards center. Looks if he can get some shots off. Hits Pathfinder a little bit. Fortunately he gets Maggie Q'd out of his way and Seer ult is coming, he gets cracked, so they really need to be careful. The other team will probably engage a push. He pulls back all the way to this piece of cover right here. This is really smart because the high ground they're taking doesn't gain much of an advantage on Lil Fredson when you're standing here. The Path got cracked, the Seer got cracked and the Maggie got cracked, so they can counter their push. He throws the ult on top, so he can climb up top freely. If one would be standing there, he would have gotten stunned, and this would dissolve their advantage against Lil Fredson. So you can see Lil Fredson is really good in utilizing his ult to gain an advantage over the opponents. Really nice shots on the Pathfinder, really well played. And he downs the last one for the win this round. I like the play, really good counter on the push. Alright, round number 5 will be ship side again. They will use their zipline, this will probably mean they will engage a push. See Lil Fredson with the arc in his hand. He arcs the back of the ship so the other team can climb up and he can take top. Uses his ult just to make sure they can't climb up again. One got Seer scanned, so you can just focus him down and kill him. 2v3, they're all stuck, everyone is split up of the enemy team and they can just push and they just got rolled by Lil Fredson and his team. This was a really well played push. I like it. Alright, moving up to round number 6. This will be ship side again. You see Nate already pushing in. As you can see, Lil Fredson is doing really nice damage for his team, so he's being a great support and a great fragger too. He tries to Maggie ult the right side. Unfortunately, he doesn't get a stun, but he still climbs up. Nades the right side because most of the enemies are there, so they can climb up for at least a moment. And now Lilfredson and his team have control over their side of the ship. They try to get a knock on the Pathfinder and they get it, so now it's a 3v2. This is really nice, but the Seer ult is still scary because, as you can see, the enemy is getting some really nice shots in on Lilfredson and his team. Fortunately, his dad got knocked, and he's got stunned, so he can't really help his team, and Seer also got knocked. He's really weak to Maggie, he got the Maggie. This is really nice, so now it's a 1v1. Lilfredson takes the time to heal. This is a good move on his part. You don't want to engage in a fight when you don't know how much health the enemy has left. And you can just get 2-pumped or 2-tapped with the Mozam when you're on like a 20 shield. Engage it against the Seer. But the Seer is playing the knockdown shield, so he takes his time and disengage again. And thirsts the enemy. So now it's 1v1 and he can play a knockdown. He baits the rest, really smart again. Like, he's taking 1v1 in a really smart way, and that's very impressive for a 9-year-old, I must say. He almost got the rest of there, got some shots in again, but unfortunately he loses the engagement. Now takes a bet again, because he did like 40 damage, and the enemy got like 90 on him. And now he's trying to find the Seer, got a thirst on the last guy. Challenges the Seer, but unfortunately he kinda chokes his shots and he got knocked for it. And this was the round, unfortunately, but he did a really nice try. Alright, moving up to round number 7. This will be ship side again. We will see if they will push straight away. Lilfredson takes top with his team. And Nate is taking the off angle. Sorry, Stewie is taking the off angle. Lilfredson tried to ult the top, but unfortunately gets sky naded and also cracked by the Mozambique. And the Maggie of the enemy team is trying to knock him with the Q, which he almost did. And the enemy team will probably engage a push from this. Fortunately, they have the Sail ult, so they can really see where they're pushing up from. This is giving them massive advantage. The strongest ult in the game, probably. Unfortunately, Stewie got knocked, but Nate got one, so now it's a 2v2. And they need to take control of bottom because, yeah, the enemy team took full control. And Lilfredson was very weak. Takes a medkit, resets a little bit. Enemy didn't get rest, so it stays at 2v2 and he almost killed the Path there. Really nice shots on the Path there, he's literally 10 HP probably. And they will just hold both doors, so they can get out-angled. Lilfredson is trying to climb up from an unexpected angle, but unfortunately he fails, he comes back in. And yeah, from this point out, hopefully the enemy team will try to make a play on them, and they can counter that. The knocked person is on the door. He opened the door, and the enemy will probably try to push in from that, which he does, but he's alone, so he gets knocked. This was a really big mistake by the enemy team, so now it's a 2v1. Since Nate was still blocking the other door, they could just 2v1 him, and the last guy was cracked, and Nate finished him easily. Really well played counter on the push. Alright, moving up to round number 8. This will be ship side again, so ship will be the most common zone in this match. And we will see what will happen. You see Lilfredson does already want to push in, but Nate and Steelby didn't want to. So, unfortunately they got naded out. You see really nice nade, it probably did a lot of damage. And you see the Seer ult. This will definitely engage a push. As you can see, the Seer ult with the push is really used strategy on both sides, and it's working out perfectly for both. Fortunately, Nate and Steelby already get knocked. This was a really aggressive push on the enemy side, and it was successful, unfortunately, for Lilfredson. So we will be moving up to sudden death, and hopefully we'll get a nice round out of it. So for the last round, this will be ship side again. They will be using a zipline, so zipline gives them a little bit of a speed boost, which will engage the push faster. Let's see if, yeah, the Seer ult from Lilfredson team is already coming in. This is really nice, they take full control over top. This is really the push that is used on both sides and is working out perfectly. Luckily for Lilfredson and his team, they got the Seer ult and the Path Crack at the end, and the enemy team doesn't have a Seer ult. This is a really massive advantage, and the enemy team is just getting rolled, honestly. Full control over height, enemy team is pushed back, they have nowhere to go. All the angles are covered. You see Lilfredson and his team are posting up really wide. Lil Fredson does get cracked, but 2 knocks already. This is the last guy and they win the round. This was an amazing round again. So this was the gameplay from Lil Fredson, the 9-year-old god. I really hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And I hope to see you next time. Make sure to follow Lil Fredson on Twitch and have a great rest of your day. Cheers!